So we just got back from seeing the New Mutants, a film that's had a bit of controversy over the last 2 years. I think it should have come out about 2 years ago, and it didn't. Anyway, and was it worth the wait?
No.
Exactly, no. Why not?
Oh, it sucked. There was like nothing to the story at all. It was more a love story than horror or X-Men or anything like that. It was just a bit
How did you feel about the love story? Explain. What do you mean?
Well, there's a romance between two of the characters. It's a little bit awkward. I mean, like they look a bit too young, so it kind of feels a bit creepy or something.
Yeah, so it's Maisie Williams and the other actress, who I don't know her name. She's like the main character, and they're like lesbians or something, and it looks... Yeah, they kiss and it's weird. They look like children kissing, and it's really off-putting. And I personally don't like Maisie Williams. I kind of hate her, and it's odd, isn't it?
I mean, it's a sweet story. It's just sort of, I don't know. They just look a bit too young. I know they're not, but it just kind of made me kind of go,
Yeah, and it sort of comes out of nowhere. But anyway, we might get back to that. So there's not really a lot to talk about this film. It's pretty... What's the setup? Basically, there's a Native American girl whose reservation gets destroyed by something, and she goes to a...
No, she wakes up chained to a bed and doesn't really know what's happened, and
she turns out she's at a psych facility for new mutants. People have just got mutant powers, except... So, yeah, that's pretty much the setup, and it doesn't really do much from there. Obviously, the facility's bad. We worked that out pretty early on, sort of. Well, we know it's bad because of the trailers and stuff. Did we? Did you know that?
I haven't seen the trailer in about, like, a year now. But, yeah, it was just a bit bland.
Yeah, so basically... It's supposed to be a horror, but there's nothing scary in it. The first, 45 minutes to an hour, nothing really happens.
Yeah, well, this is a short movie, but there was kind of, well, it wasn't scary, but it kind of looked good. The guys.
There were these, they're like bull
Smiley
dudes.
face guys, yeah, big, tall, kind of like
Slender Man.
Slender Man, yeah, with a mask.
Yeah, and they smile. I'm just trying to think. So hold on, what do we do? Oh yeah, so basically there's only 6 people in the whole film. The person who runs the facility and 5 kids, except 4 kids, 5 kids.
5. Yeah.
5, yep. And they're all got their own little backstories, which aren't particularly interesting. Well, they could be interesting if they were put in a good film. But there's one particular bit we laughed at where they all seem to have like sort of little mementos from their past life or something. And one of the guys, played by the dude from Stranger Things, the one who looks like he's got a drug problem.
He does. He was caught with cocaine.
That guy, I can't remember his name.
I don't know.
He's holding a piece of coal, and they're like, "Why have you got coal?" And he's like, "Oh, my dad gave it to me because his dad's a coal miner." And he's just got this piece of coal, and it's just fucking weird because it's like...
I can't imagine anyone's dad being like, "Oh, here's a piece of coal I found in work earlier, son." And also, like, the kid was on to work with him too, so I was like, "Oh, cool, the stuff we see all day long."
And he's just holding onto this coal, and like at the end of the film, he like throws it away because he's like got past his like grief or something, and it's just like, okay, cool. It's kind of weird.
You know what? If I was like a preteen or something, that would be deep or something. Like, yeah. I think
preteen.
Yeah, no, I don't even think teenagers buy that.
I think it's R-rated, so preteens can't see it. Was it R-rated?
No way, that'd be PG.
No, it wasn't R-rated, was it? No.
Maybe a 12.
Preteen.
It was just like...
Yeah, no, yeah, true.
Gentle of a movie.
Yeah. But yeah, there was no exciting action. I liked the chick from Split was in it. Can't remember her name.
She is in that drug TV show. It's really good. Queen of the South. Her.
No, the blonde one.
Oh.
With the far apart eyes.
Oh.
Her from Split. Yeah.
I don't know her name.
Yeah. Anyway, she was kind of terrible in it, but not terrible. She was over the top. And I thought it was one of the only interesting things about the film. She had like a wet Russian accent, and I didn't understand her.
German.
Was she German? I don't know. I thought she was. She was.
I don't know. She had an accent.
But she was kind of like over the top. She had like a funny little fringe, and she had like a cool powers. But yeah, it's just bland, honestly. And like thingy, what's the main chick called? Moonstar. Danny Moonstar?
Danny Moon.
Was it Danny
something.
Moonstar?
There was a moon in there.
Danny Moonstar. Let's call her Danny Moonstar. She was one of the worst actresses I've ever seen in a movie.
I give her a break. Actually, I don't know how old she is, but
she looked young.
Yeah, but so does Maisie Williams.
She wasn't a preteen.
She could be 20, you know.
Yeah, she could be. I just thought she was bland. She was really just like boring. And just so there was a few things that just was like, you're kind of like, what the fuck? Like, so it's this, they're on this like big, like almost like an asylum or something, an asylum hospital.
Yeah.
And the only people you see are the 5 kids and this lady that runs it. And you're like, how does she run the whole place on her own? Like, does she cook the meals? Like, where does the food come from? Like, it's just them the whole time. She does everything, and it's sort of like, how does this work? And like, she can make force fields, so she makes a force field around the compound, but apparently she can still make the force field when she's sleeping. It's like, I don't know why they don't try to escape. They're like more powerful than her.
No, they do knock her out at some point.
Yeah, they knock her out. Oh yeah, and there's that awkward thing where they're having fun and they're just doing fuck all. They're like, pushing each other in a wheelchair and like banging a tambourine.
Yeah.
That was fun for like 17, 18-year-olds.
Yeah.
And that's anything else? I'm trying to think.
You know what? I've seen worse. Like it was only an hour and a half, so
yeah, it was. You
don't have a lot of choice in the cinema at the moment, so why not?
Yeah, it was quick. So if it was a bit longer, it would have been like fuck this film. But because it was only like an hour and a half, it was quick.
Wasn't mad at that.
Wasn't mad. No, it was. It's fine. It's not. The title's misleading. It doesn't suck. It's just painfully average.
Yeah.
It's kind of like Venom or what's the other film? Better than Dark Phoenix. I thought it was better than Dark Phoenix. Go if you've never seen a movie in your life, go see it. You'll love it. You'll love it. Or
you've got nothing else to do, go for it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Thanks for listening. Don't forget to check out my other videos. We've got a good one on Tenet, which sucked. Don't forget to subscribe as well if you want to hear more unstructured rants. And thanks for listening.